all of them with pop in their bat. They are the engine that runs this Texas.
100 strikeouts, and how does she attack hitters? She's got, there's a great.
Remember, her ERA last year was only 2.5. She has been
for the SEC. Tim is 8-4 on opening day at the World Series. And 8-3 all time against Mike White in their head-to-head matchups. And we are underway. Opening day here in Oklahoma City, and Ashton Maloney will step in. Her 14 hits during the NCAA tournament, more than anybody else that's here.
Ton of speed, ton of short game. She's going to come in, analyze the defense. Really that left side, that's where she works, kind of creating angles with that slap game. Can bunt as well, hit away. 436 batting average. She is a key cog at the top of this lineup.
She and Henry really good at getting on base. Scott and Atwood really good at bringing them home. As always, Michelle, that strike zone that they give to the pitcher is going to be critical with all these big bats on both sides.
Absolutely, and you're figuring it out in that first inning. Is it going to be high? Is it going to be low? Am I going to get the corners?
Almost everything middle away right now to Maloney. She does a great job inside outing the ball. So anything that comes inside half, that's what she wants. So right now they're really trying to work the edges away.
Here's the 1-2. Chopped to short, and a good charge by Riley Holtorf. One down. Had some rain overnight. Downpours at times, but you were down on the field earlier, Jess, and everything looks pretty good on the grass.
I always worry about the outfield because that's the one thing that doesn't get covered, where all the rain from.
Here in Oklahoma City, which will also be the site for the Olympic Games in 2028. Here's Caden Henry, the sophomore. With a 500 on-base percentage so far in the postseason.
She's the fastest on the team. We talked about the speed of Ashton Maloney. Caden Henry right there with her. 30 stolen bases on the year.
Yeah, the top two table setters are all about getting on. Second consecutive batter that she got up 0-2, and then she just gets to play. This is a screwball in the outer half, and look at the way that Jocelyn Erickson is going to frame it up. 0-2 pitch. You got to go get that, especially early in the game. Really good rotation. You can see the screwball spin on that. First strikeout for Rothrock.
Here comes Mia Scott, playing now in her third World Series with Texas, her 250th career start. Announced yesterday as a second-team All-American selection. Has only struck out 8 times all year. Impressive for a power hitter.
It's her hands. Best hands in the game. She's got a lot of power, but she can get beat, and then those hands will make up for it.
Little dribbler out in front, and Rothrock airmails it down the line, and the backup by Shoemaker out in right, and Mia will hold at first. Infield hit with 2 outs.
Swinging butt, show off the speed. Mia Scott, this might go down as a hit because I think she might have beat it out anyway. Yes, it does go out as a hit, and this is not the intention, obviously, the miss hit, but it works out for a base runner here with 2 outs.
And here comes Reese Atwood, the best slugger in Texas history. Just a junior and already tops the career home run list, and just a couple shy of being #1 in runs batted in.
She's just so complete. It's hard to get anything past her.
And you know, Jess, sometimes when you have that home run swing, one of the challenges is patience at the plate, because opponents are going to try and pitch around you, and she's figured that out too.
She talks about celebrating walks, and you see a lot of power hitters. They understand that. They understand pitchers are going to pitch around him. Reese Atwood isn't that hitter. She wants to swing the bat. In fact, they're doing it right now. That last pitch was not a strike. She's battling it off. She wants to hit, and that's been something she's struggled with this year, is taking her walks as well.
Foul that back up in our direction.
And that's typically where she's so strong, is people try to get underneath her hands, and we have seen her hit the ball a long way on pitches up and inside to Reese Atwood.
Gators picking up the 3 closer to the bottom. This is how deep their lineup goes. Brown, Williams, and Cahalan also with double-digit pitch device is not working.
I think she forgot it. It's missing.
That would
All right, her
make it
nerve. With Kavan against Kendra Falby. And as Florida fans know, finally getting her just desserts, her first All-America honor, believe it or not, with how good she's been during her 4-year career in Gainesville. Top 5 all-time in hits, stolen bases, and runs scored.
Tim Walton told us yesterday when we asked him, how do you beat Texas? And he said, we have to score first. Asking all the Florida players we talked to, how do you guys score first? They said it's all about Kendra Falby. She gets on and scores in that first inning, we win.
Yeah, he talks about our leadoffs on, their leadoffs off. Well, they did that in the top half of the inning. Senior out of Odessa, Florida. Little short game. Scott with the scoop. 1 down as we take a closer look. Michelle at Tegan Kavan.
She can attack you multiple ways. She's going to go outside to righties hard, 70 miles an hour. But it's her ability to mix speeds in the low 50s, and the rise ball at the top of the zone is where she gets a lot of that swing and miss. Really good rotation on that pitch. In fact, she throws it about 56% of the time. So it's that multi-level rise ball. It's a drop, so she gets that vertical separation. And that really good changeup that helps set up those hard pitches, and she'll throw that changeup in any count.
So in steps Taylor Shoemaker, the National Freshman of the Year and the first ever freshman first-team All-American at Florida. And you think of all the great players that have come through there that won national championships and SEC titles. She's doing something that has not been done before, and she's already tied for their home run and RBI single season records. Not just for freshmen, for everybody at Florida.
It's amazing.
And she leads all of Division I with RBIs, and she's in the 2-hole. So that means you're not getting a ton of opportunities, but when she does, she hits them in.
There's just the ease about her. Even when we speak with her, she's just confident. Silky swing.
Yes. She's big into the short game most of her high school days. And that's why her swing, you guys, it's so unique because she's a power hitter, but because she grew up with the short game, her swing's very much inside out. Her hands stay inside the ball for so long that she can adjust to almost any pitch thrown to her.
And adjust is the right word, right? Because people found a hole in that swing earlier this year, and she's fixed it.
They just came inside right there, and that's a good example of her fouling that off the third base side on them attacking her in. That was kind of the blue zone, the hole, and where teams would attack her. It's up and in.
And it was Texas that found it in that first SEC series.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming, and Shoemaker draws the 1-out walk.
And that's the other thing she does so well, is that she's able to take those walks. 41st walk of the year.
Base runner now for Reagan Walsh. Tim Walton calls her the most underrated player in America. Loves the big stage. Is already number 2 all-time in runs batted in for Florida with the 14 home runs as well this year. .356 average for her this season with runners on base. And a conversation, Atwood wants to talk to Kavan.
On that last pitch, Reese Atwood was actually set up more middle away, and the pitch ended up in. Doesn't allow Reese to be able to frame it up the way she wants, so some early misses.
These two have been a terrific battery now for the last 2 years running. Kavan back-to-back 20-win seasons to start out her career at Texas.
I love that a hitter's count, and Kavan comes right back with a changeup. A little fast at 58 miles an hour, but that shows the confidence she has in that pitch.
And now 3-1. Right back to Teagan, over to first. And that'll move Shoemaker into scoring position now with 2 outs.
It's also telling me Teagan Kavan's got some nerves flowing, because that was an easy turn to 2. Not necessarily double play, but get the lead runner out. And she wanted nothing to do with it. They were yelling too. She just wanted to get the easy out.
Yeah, absolutely, Jess. And, you know, lead runners, getting them out at this level of play is optimal. You've got to have it.
That'll give Jocelyn Erickson a chance to bring Shoemaker in. Junior from Phoenix. First team All-American last year. She won some National Player of the Year honors and was terrific here at the World Series for Florida. Already has a national championship ring from her freshman season at Oklahoma before heading to Gainesville last year. Kavan being very careful. 70 miles an hour with her velo, Michelle. Where would you like that changeup to be? Closer to 55, 52?
Even a little lower.
Yeah.
Typically 48 to 52 miles an hour when you're throwing high 60s to 70 miles an hour. Just so that you have enough separation between those two velocities. Otherwise, sometimes some hitters can get caught leaning and just keep that barrel in the zone long enough to catch up with that slower changeup.
It's another 3-ball count to Erickson, who does have a home run, has driven in 6 so far in the NCAA tournament. Florida rolled through the regionals, had a stumble against Georgia in the supers, but were able to survive. Stranded for both
steps. I walked him off myself pregame. Where she stands, then her 2 fielders on either side can position themselves, because they also know how much ground that Kendra Falvey can cover.
Well, and Holly, you see her checking out the wall right there. So not just knowing her distance from second, obviously knowing where the wall is. She told us yesterday, she's like, you guys, I can take my eyes off the ball for seconds at a time to be able to make sure I know where that wall is so I can get up and rob some home runs. That is impressive.
And I love the way that she even said, it doesn't matter what park I'm in. It basically is all the same as KSP going back to their home park, even though they're here at Devon Park. Yeah, she knows her positioning.
So she's out there with a good look behind pitcher Keegan Rothrock to face 5, 6, and 7 here for Texas. What would you do, Jess, entering a new ballpark or one that you're not as familiar with?
I've never heard the second base thing. It was always about, I need to know exactly how many steps to the wall. And so I would always count steps on a run back to the wall to make sure, especially with the warning track too. How many steps are in the warning track? Because that's the thing with softball. Sometimes it's a fake warning track, meaning it's turf, so it's not actually telling your feet anything. Sometimes it's short, and you only get 1 step. Here in Oklahoma City, it's 2.5 before you hit the wall.
And of course, you were an Olympic left fielder for the United States, which is a little easier, right, than center field? Look at a strike, 2-2. Texas lead. That's a good sign for the Longhorns. 39-2 when they score first this year. And I think it's time for us to toss out one of our favorite stats on opening day. 90% of the national champions in the last 40 years started out by winning game 1. As Stewart gets hit by the pitch. If you lose today, only 4 teams have ever come out of the loser's bracket to win the title. As we go back to that home run swing from Jolie.
Well, and this is a 68-mile-an-hour pitch, so a little bit slower, and she's able to get that barrel out. Reacts, you know, at 15th home run of the year. Power through the middle for Texas. 4, 5, and 6 is where they do a lot of damage.
Here is Leanne Good coming in, riding a 6-game hitting streak that includes 3 home runs and a batting average north of 500. All the while playing second base and shortstop. They've been trying to figure out their shortstop situation. It was good for most of the season, and then she moved to second. Katie Stewart came in from left field to play short, and then they switched it back during the supers.
In the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Ball.
Mike White just staring down Keegan Rothrock, looking at grips.
He's a good pitch picker, and already some activity in the Florida bullpen. Olivia Miller there on the left, Kara Hammock on the right.
And you can tell that Texas is off. They're looking for arm side pitches. The home run that Mitchell hit, that was her first swing of that at bat. So it was strike, ball, ball, strike. She didn't swing at anything until she got the pitch she wanted.
Yeah. She was up in the front of the box, too.
That was a screwball. Good, pops it up right side. And in foul territory, Reagan Walsh has it. 1 down. Longhorns are hoping to peak here at the World Series, where a lot of them have been now. This is the 3rd trip in the last 4 years. They had a rough go down the stretch. We're a 500 team most of April and into May. Got smoked by Texas A&M at the SEC tournament, and then really showed good Texas fight in their super regional showdown with Clemson, which was a barn burner in Austin.
And they said after that Texas A&M game, they really had to get together and have a meeting. Really work on communication, on a lot of stuff to get back to how they were playing.
Yes.
A time-honored tradition like no other in softball. Folks, get the home run ball.
Mom and Dad.
Snap throw down, the tag, and Stewart dives back in.
2 of the best catchers in the game in this one. To Jocelyn Erickson from the left-handed. You don't see that very often. Reese Atwood on the other side.
Here's Adea Wallace, a surprise starter as a DP. And breaking news right now from Holly Rowe.
Well, Jolie Mitchell's parents just got that home run ball, and it's such a fun story. She told us that when she started playing, because all of her friends were, her dad didn't really want to get into it. He wanted to spend his summers fishing and hunting. And finally the mom said, hey, listen, our daughter sucks. You better step up and help her. Those are her words, not mine. Her words. And so Dad was like, oh, all right. So he has been helping her all these summers, being a softball dad. But he does have a fishing trip planned, so he's going to be driving back and forth between Oklahoma City and Missouri. But at least they'll have the home run ball with him to do so.
I think he's already got the best catch of the weekend right there.
There you go.
Oh, Beth.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
You're welcome. Doctor of letters. What a big moment right here, too, for Adea Wallace. This is just her 6th at-bat of the season. Mike White said he wants some speed. Can she get on base and utilize that?
sixth at bat of the season. I mean, this 62 games, 63 right here, and she's got that split grip, obviously all short game. He wants to challenge Florida's defense, mix in some more speed. This has been the part of the lineup.
And a big one for Texas.
How about the senior, Jolie Mitchell, 15th home run of the season, getting it done. I love that she was hunting for something inside. She got